inside CNN Center, where just in the last 10 minutes, demonstrators have started making smicks to try to remove large objects away from the demonstrators.
Right.
Go ahead, Chris. That this situation unfolded. Being thrown.
Board is standing. That's the only anticipation.
Demonstrator.
It's just bigger.
What? The side of just see the violence happening here. Run down to
Police had been out.
On fire. Nearby businesses ablaze. This is how the night of May 28th unfolded. George Floyd's arrest and death in police custody on Monday set off protests in the Twin Cities. The protesters are demanding that criminal charges be brought against
We back. Hotep Jesus. Shout out to Tune. Tune in, drop out. He said January 6th was the culmination of 4 years of being lied to by the establishment about all things Trump. While I disagree with those who went to the Capitol, I certainly understood their frustration. Dang, y'all getting right to it, huh? Y'all getting right to it. Someone in the chat asked what song this is. I don't know. It's just a Mozart playlist. Welcome to the broadcast. As you already know what we need to do. We need to go share this. Go share it on Instagram. If you're still on Normie Book, share it to Normie Book. They need this. They need this more than anybody. If you tag me on Instagram or Twitter, I will share your share. Preferably Twitter. Give it a good caption, man. Embellish a little bit. Say, yo, I got all the homies over about to watch the show. You know, who cares if you lie? It's a beautiful lie. It's a media. That's what we're supposed to do, right? So share that. I just retweeted it. It's out there. Oh man, do I have a wonderful presentations lined up for you today. I didn't have to do much work. Unfortunately, the work had already been done. The work was done for me. I mean, Hotep's been told you. Everybody knows what happened at the 6th. Everybody knows the real story at the 6th. Everybody who's based the red pill knows the story at 6. So I guess I got to run it down again. We've already done this. Guess we'll do it again. I guess we'll do this every year, right? It seems like this is one of our anniversaries. This insurrection. So make sure you share this to Twitter, tag me, put a snazzy little caption on that bad boy. Or if you're on Instagram, take a picture of you watching the stream, screen cap, whatever. Share it. Hotep Jesus 2, tag me. It's Hotep Jesus 2 because they banned my first account. Still can't get it back. Whatever. I had like 50,000 followers on the account. It's like whatever. Anyway, Haram Life. J-Day was an Alphabet Boys operation. That is a pretext for the new war on terror. Uh-oh. Said new war on terror. Homeland Security was built to operate here. They were practicing with the old terrorism threat. Relax. You doing my job. I could just log off now. I ain't even got to do the show no more, man. You done spoiled it, yo. You done spoiled it. Sean in the chat said, "Happy Insurrection Day." Oh my God, you guys are menaces. This is a day of infamy. Oh my God. Some of you may see the Hotep name. You don't know what Hotep is. Get familiar. New documentary just dropped. Clips hitting the Twitters. I know some of y'all seen the clips. Go to my Twitter, check out the clips. We got amazing people a part of the documentary. So that's out. And it's on the homepage. I redid the website, so you have the homepage there. The new video's out. If you go to the FAQ page, the new video is there, and you can read the FAQ page. You can learn all about Hotep. Please share it, because right now I think we're ranked at like, I don't know, 3rd page, 4th page, 8th page on Google or whatever. So we need you guys to share the website, hotepnation.com. Share it to social media, blah, 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 blah. So we can kind of boost our SEO. Right now, you know, all the left-wing smear campaigns show up first when you type in something like, for example, Hoteps. So help us push the truth to the world. Also, our mission, in case people don't know, our mission is promote homeschooling. We have amazing people. I have a meeting tomorrow. I want to say at like 10 a.m. I got to check my text messages because Dawn just texted me actually a few minutes ago. But we have amazing people already who donated. I think we raised close to $2,000, if not more. We're transferring people over from our Patreon to the hotepnation.com portal, and you can donate there direct to us, less middlemen. Shout out to TM, appreciate you. But yeah, you know, if you want to see what we can do as far as promote homeschooling, donate, help us out, man. Help us blow the program out. I have some amazing ideas. As most of you already know, most of our ideas get stolen. I think with this mission, if it gets stolen, it's good because everybody benefits, you know, homeschooling, right? So that's why I usually don't trip when somebody steals our ideas, because it's like, all right, you're mimicking me, so that means I'm making another me in this world. That's actually a pretty good thing. I'm influencing you. I'm your influencer. Anyway, Michael Malice, that's my homie, man. That's my homie. I'm sorry, I should have got him. You right. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna bring Malice back. We're gonna bring him back. Don't worry. Don't worry, we will get Malice back. That's home team right there. Let's look and see what some people are saying about the insurrection. I heard your president has something to say. Let's see. Let's pull up on the screen what the vice president had to say. So we're officially getting into the presentation. This is just too good. Real life is just great entertainment. So Benny Johnson posts his tweet here. Let's look at it. Kamala just compared January 6th to the attack on Pearl Harbor and 9/11. You know, sometimes I see tweets and I'm like, she ain't say that. Ain't no way she said that. So I have to like listen and play it myself. So let's go ahead and play that.
Fellow Americans, good morning.
Oh, we're Americans again? I thought that was a bad thing. I thought you were like a white nationalist if we were all Americans. She already slipping. Hold on.
Certain dates echo throughout history.
Yeah, today ain't one of them. January 6th is not one of them, Kamal. I'm sorry. Today just not one of them. It doesn't echo anything. The only thing it echoes is, we'll get into that later.
Including dates that instantly remind all who have lived through them where they were and what they were doing when our democracy came under assault.
I remember what I was doing on the 6th. I was streaming. I was grifting off the 6th. Just like I'm doing right now.
Dates that occupy not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001.
Wait. She did just kind of do that. I think Betty Johnson is correct. I know she didn't invoke 9/11. I know they didn't invoke 9/11.
September 11th.
Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. No, they did. Politicians don't care, man. They, you know, if everybody wants to copy the grifties, I need like best acting award for these politicians, right? Like, who acts the best? Because she is laying it on thick. Who wrote this for her? They're laying it on thick. 9/11? You know how many people died during 9/11, yo? Do you know how they died? People were crumbled. People were jumping out of fucking buildings. They were jumping out of the building because the fire was too hot. It was a horrific event. Horrific. Are you serious? How dare you invoke the lives lost at 9/11 and compare it to this? How dare you? This is egregious. This is despicable. Are you serious? 9/11? And then I know she ain't invoke Pearl Harbor. Where my book at? If anybody has gotten to the end of this book, Patriot Report, Unmasking Conspiracy and Money and War, wait till I do my presentation on Pearl Harbor. Oh my God. Wait till I do my presentation for Pearl Harbor. Right out of this book. Right out of this book right here. I'm going to do it right out of this book. Man. Then she going to invoke Pearl Harbor where people died trying to protect the country. Like, what was the death toll of Pearl Harbor? U.S. Let's see. U.S. casualties. Pearl Harbor. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can y'all see that on your screen? I'm sorry. $2,403. Jonah Ryan. So Boris, what up, Boris? Thank you. He said happy Insurrection Day. Happy Insurrection Day, man. EF, appreciate you. He said I was there. We had our homie. We had last year when we did our show here, we had Mukhtar on the ground. And he broadcasted it live on the ground from the 6, and he described it to us. Said a lot of tear gas. We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about the tear gas later. Jonah Ryan, Malaka Harris is accurate. All 3 were false. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh my God. Oh, I almost said it. Hey, listen. Hey, Jonah, relax. You were 2 on point. 2 on point. Koofy on tight. Oh my God. I mean, you're not wrong. Adrian C. She's comparing 9/11 and Pearl Harbor like the government didn't have anything. Oh my God. What kind of subscribers do I have? You conspiracy theorists. You right-wing extremists. Pearl Harbor, 2,403 U.S. personnel, including 68 civilians. All right, let's do. All right, it says Pearl Harbor versus 9/11. Let's just do. Let's just do this. 2,996. Okay. So I'm sure, I guess thousands, or hundreds, or how many died in connection with the insurrection? Let's look here. These are the people who died in connection with. Wait, in connection? Did they die at the Capitol riot or in connection? Is it so few people that you had to say in connection? A bipartisan Senate report found that at least 7 people, 7, lost their lives in connection with January 6th. Well, surely it was, they were beaten by these MAGA hats, right? They were beaten by these right-wing insurrectionists, right? Surely. All right, let's take a look. All right, so fatally shot by police. Oh, Ashley Babbitt. Wow. Okay. Oh, a veteran. They murdered a veteran. A cop murdered a veteran. So, okay. The casualty happens to be the insurrectionists. So I'm sure the insurrectionists murdered a lot of people this day, right? They must have. Kevin D. Greason died of a heart attack, collapsed on the sidewalk. Okay, he seems to be a civilian. Roseanne Boylan appeared to have been crushed in a stampede by fellow rioters as they surged against police. That's sad. Benjamin Phillips, the founder of a pro-Trump website called Trumparoo, died of a stroke. It seemed like the insurrectionists taking a lot of casualties. Let's see what happened over here. Okay, so Brian D. Sicknick of the Capitol Police, who was attacked by the mob, died on January 7th. If anybody knows anything about this rabbit hole, well, let's go down it. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Copy. Boom. Let's see. Wiki. Oh, wow. I have actually visited this page already. Oh, no. The day he responded to the attack at the Capitol, he was pepper sprayed. Now, if anybody watched our broadcast last year, Mukhtar, it's pretty much the only word he could say during the interview. The few details, he just said a lot of pepper spray. Pepper spray, I had to have my face covered, pepper spray. It's a lot of pepper spray. Go watch that from last year. You'll see our live broadcast. It's like 8 hours long or something like that. I don't know. And I still haven't been able to find any evidence of him being hit by the MAGAs. They don't have that. I haven't seen it, and I don't think they have it. Any footage of him being pepper sprayed by it. So we don't know if this was friendly fire or returning fire or whatnot. Let's go back. Officer Jeffrey of the police department killed himself. What? After the attack. Officer S. Liebengood of the Capitol Police also died by suicide 4 days after. These people got suicided. Wow. Sad that these lives were lost. I'm not laughing that these lives were lost. I'm just laughing at the fact that, well, we know a trend when they put the word suicide. Did he commit suicide or was he suicided? So we need to know. All right, that's enough of that. Let's go back. Surely the I'm sorry. Where are we at? Here we are. I'm sure that the vice president did not mean to compare this to 9/11.
Only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941. September 11th, 2001. And January 6th, 2021.
Oh no. Oh no, she violating.
On that day, I was not only vice president-elect, I was also a United States senator. And I was here at the Capitol that morning at a classified hearing with fellow members of the Senate Intelligence Committee. Hours later, the gates of the Capitol were breached.
The gates at the Capitol were breached. Okay.
I had left, but my thoughts immediately turned not only to my colleagues, but to my staff, who had been forced to seek refuge in our office.
They had to seek refuge from the violent insurrectionists.
Converting filing cabinets into barricades.
This is the picture they painting. I see them trying to paint the picture. You know, you got to watch with the words. When the words start putting pictures in your mind, you know somebody good wrote it, right? So they put the pictures in your mind. Now you see Kamala Harris and everybody huddled up in her office, and they're pushing file cabinets to the door.
What the extremists who roamed these halls targeted.
Roam these halls.
Was not only the lives of elected leaders.
We just read down a list. None of y'all, there was no casualties suffered. What are you talking about?
What they sought to degrade and destroy was not only a building, hallowed as it is.
What was destroyed at the building?
What they were assaulting were the institutions, the values, the ideals that generations of Americans have marched, picketed, and shed blood to establish and defend.
Yes, them same white men. Shout out to them. You ain't heard of 1776?
Extremists who roamed these halls.
Extremists who roam the hallways. What kind of extremists only roam? They ain't got no casualties. And you're accusing them of roaming the halls, but they're extremists. Dangerous extremists.
Targeted was so not only the lives of elected leaders. What they sought to degrade and destroy was not only a building, hallowed as it is. What they were assaulting were the
Anyway, Invisible Man, and he said the F and FIBA were somehow involved in each of them. Oh my God. Steph Colonel, happy Charlie Indigo Alpha Florina Bravo Thursday. Invisible Man, how much you want to bet the unknown pipe guy was an agent. Oh man, lifestyle. Where is the white of her eyes like she a damn demon or something? Keep doing you, HJ. Appreciate you. Holly movie star. I can't wait for the cinematic Michael Bay movie to come out. Oh my god, what are you talking about? All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's go into a Ted Cruz tweet. This was interesting. Didn't you guys like this guy at some point? Let's see what he has to say. We're gonna listen to Ted Cruz.
Solemn anniversary this week, and it is an anniversary.
Solemn anniversary. Is that what he said? Solemn. What does solemn even mean? Like, all right, let's type in solemn. Formal and dignified. All right. These are the words you're gonna use. All right, I'll let it slide.
Solemn anniversary this week, and it is an
Which side is dignified though? Because damn sure he just signed.
Anniversary of a violent terrorist attack on the Capitol.
Whoa! Wait! What? What did he say? Did he say a violent terrorist attack?
Of a violent terrorist attack of a violent terrorist attack on a violent terrorist attack of 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 a violent terrorist attack terrorist attack terrorist attack terrorist attack terrorist attack on the Capitol, where we
wow. He's going hard in the paint. Oh my god. He's going in. Wow. He done sold all the way out. Oh my god. He's definitely control ops. Danny Burrito, he said, I guess the month spent at the Capitol here in Oregon trying to break in and blow it up is A-OK. Oh my God, remember that? Somebody post a link to that in the chat so I could pull that up. Somebody post a link to that so I could pull that up. I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. What did he say? I know he didn't just call this shit a terrorist attack.
A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol, where we saw the men and women of law enforcement demonstrate incredible courage, incredible bravery, risk their lives to defend the men and women who serve in this Capitol. We are grateful for that courage. We appreciate the selfless sacrifice of the men and women who keep us safe. A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol. A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol. A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol.
Oh my God! Wow. Wow. All right, let's cut to this violent terrorist attack, shall we? Let's put this up on the screen. Let's watch this. I'm sorry. Here we go. Was that? Hold on. I'm getting the my producer. Oh, that's not the Capitol? Oh, that was a George Floyd protest. Oh, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, my bad. Wrong footage. That's actually Black Lives Matter burning down a building, or Antifa or something. These are George Floyd protests. Let's go to the violent Capitol. CNN, surely a reputable outlet. Let's look at these.
Look at this. These protesters are inside Statuary Hall right now. You see the statues. This is a moment I never saw.
Yeah, surely they're going to break out in violence at any moment and look for AOC. They're orderly walking inside the velvet ropes.
It's hard to believe what we're seeing right there. They're just walking through. We're our Capitol Police. It's a strange,
surely they look dangerous, right? Like, I see danger somewhere, right? Oh, there's a fire extinguisher event. It says here, see stunning video of rioters inside. Where are the rioters? Where are the rioters? Surely there's going to be some violence any moment now, right? There's a guy. Okay, there's a guy right here. He's waving an American flag. He's got to be a terrorist. He's outside of the velvet ropes. Okay. These two guys are terrorists, right? Because they're not breaking anything, though. Okay, they're going back inside the velvet ropes now. Or what are they doing? Oh, there's some people outside the velvet ropes. These guys are definitely terrorists. They look dangerous. Look at these Trump flags. There's just Trump flags everywhere. Surely there's going to be some violence soon. Alright, still. It's just too many white people. There's just too many white people gathered. That's what the problem was. Too many white people. This is white supremacy. Look at these. These are white nationalists. Dangerous white nationalists. All right, so he said it was a terrorist attack. This is what Cruz.
Terrorist attack on the Capitol. A violent terrorist attack on the Capitol.
Bro, where is this? Where is this happening? These people are not dangerous. These people are not dangerous. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is just too funny. All right, let's move on. I could show y'all like BLM footage for days of the violence, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. There's some other people who had something to say. Ron DeSantis had a couple of words. Let's see what he's got to say. We like Ron DeSantis, right? Let's see what Ronnie, Mr. Florida, has to say.
You're not charging people, so I think it's going to end up being just a politicized Charlie Foxtrot today. I don't expect anything good to come out of anything that Pelosi and the gang are doing. I don't expect anything from the corporate press to be enlightening. I think it's going to be nauseating, quite frankly, and I'm not going to do it. But I do think that if you have this January 6th committee...
He's right. He ain't told a lie yet. That sounds like common sense to me. What'd he say?
Don't expect anything from the corporate press to be enlightening. I think it's going to be nauseating, quite frankly.
He said, I think it's going to be nauseating, quite frankly. And it is. And it is. It is nauseating. To hear Ted Cruz say there was a terrorist attack and then Kamala's comparing it to 9/11. Oh, come on. That is nauseating. How dare you? How dare you? He's right. DeSantis is right.
But I do think that if you have this January 6th committee, why do we not know some of the people who we know were really involved in orchestrating this? They got pulled off the most wanted list. Christopher Wray was asked at the under oath what FBI was involved in that, and he would not answer the question. And so I think that this...
And the Democrat that asked him that question didn't press him either. Let's continue.
This is something that has really been used for political narrative and posturing purposes.
Also true.
I don't think it's been effective. You know, people here in Florida, they care about inflation and they care about gas prices and education and crime and all the key issues.
DeSantis knows his talking points. DeSantis knows his talking points. He knows them.
That are so important, and that's what they talk to me about. But there is an obsession with this amongst the D.C., New York journalist class. And again, I think it's because it allows them to spin a narrative that they want to spin. They did not care as much about what happened after 2016 when you had a false Russia collusion conspiracy theory that was put on for years.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, is this Trump too? Is this Trump Jr.? Who is this guy? Yo, every time I do a stream, I feel like I like this guy more and more. Maybe I'm late to the party for once.
Because they were involved when doing it, and how that may have damaged trust in
he a little retarded, just like Trump, and I like that. Oops, am I allowed to say that?
Institutions or all that. So I just think that it is what it is, but it's not something that I've been concerned about in my job here, because quite frankly, it's not something that most Floridians have been concerned about. They're want to spin. They did not care as much about what happened after 2016 when you had a false Russia collusion conspiracy theory that was put on.
DeSantis might be a good one. He might be a good candidate. We might have to run him. Tell DeSantis, holler at me, man. Oh, man. Is mayhem in the chat? Is it mayhem in the chat? Mods, I need you to get control of the chat. It's mayhem in the chat. I got a lot of evidence to show y'all today. Let's keep the show going. You know, in these type of situations, it's not about what would Ja Rule say. No. I wonder what Uncle Hotep would say about all of this. What would Uncle Hotep have to say about September 11th? Let's cut to that. Uncle Hotep on January 6th.
Can we talk about this? If black folks were doing it, it'd be a different. Even Biden said it. Biden announced his attorney general today. He even came up with this BS. If Black Lives Matter was storming the Capitol, the results would have been far different. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Y'all right. It'd be way different. I remember all summer, y'all burned down city after city. What did the NBA do? The NBA put Black Lives Matter on a goddamn logo, on the goddamn court, in the goddamn NBA playoffs.
Facts.
They made commercials. They made goddamn service announcements.
Mm-hmm.
It was Black Lives Matter everywhere. Every company got in on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every company.
Yeah. Big money.
Oh, yo, kiss my ass. Like, what the hell y'all talking about? It'd be way different. They would have shot. You know what really says? It really says you shines are scared as shit.
Uh-oh.
Y'all don't got the balls the white man got. The white man said, fuck it, I'm going to go get me some freedom. We going right up in the goddamn Capitol. You know what you shines did? Oh, I'm going to get me some drip. I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to go to Gucci. I'm going to do all that. White man said, fuck that goddamn drip. I'm going to get me some goddamn freedom. That's what the white man said. The price, you heard what Malcolm said. See, y'all like to pick and choose what Malcolm says.
Yeah.
Y'all like to pick and choose. Malcolm said the price for freedom is death.
Yes.
The white man learned that. He knew that for a fact.
Yes.
They knew that. The white man knew that in 1776, motherfucker.
We got to bring it back because he made several good points. I think one right here.
He even came up with this BS. If Black Lives Matter was storming the Capitol, the results would have been far different.
Yeah, you can't say that. You know, when people would try to say, oh, if Black Lives Matter did something, then, you know, the police would have got violent at the Capitol. It's just like, yo, y'all just got finished burning down a church and shit on the fucking White House grounds. What are you talking about? Y'all burnt down city to city. Like my man said, they took over the Capitol down there in Oregon. Invisible Man, hold up. I thought the cops were racist and evil. You see how they flipped on that one? Mr. DG said if Jan 6 was an insurrection, then what was 4th of July? Shit. 4th of July was a party. Fourth of July was cataclysmic. So he's right, you know, like Black Lives Matter had carte blanche.
Okay, I remember all summer y'all burned down city after city.
Let's cut to I said I wasn't gonna do this, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna pull up some of this footage here of I think it was Atlanta. What was it, a Wendy's or something like that they burnt down? What was that? It was a Burger King. It's a Wendy's. Here you go. It was a Wendy's 1 year ago. This is what they was doing. I'm gonna bring this up on the screen in a second, as soon as YouTube stops playing this ad. This is reported by Bloomberg and Finance. I'll bring this up on the screen now. This is Atlanta. This is a Wendy's on fire following some police shooting event. Rayshard Brooks. Now, I totally backed Rayshard in this case. I think the police handled it wrong. But this is what happened in Atlanta. This is what was happening in Atlanta. It's just a small piece. Let's go to the Oregon State. What was it? State Capitol, right? What was it? Right here. They ran up in the Capitol. December 21st, 2020. They done ran up in the Capitol. They got a history of this shit. Oh, this is the far. So this is where they try to. No, they trying to say this is the far right protesters stormed the Capitol, and through the whole video, we don't see nobody storm a Capitol. Oh boy. I think it was Seattle. Wasn't it out there by the Chop? I think it was out there by the Chop. I can't remember. Yeah. See, here we go. This here they go. This is what they was doing last year.
Protests turned destructive in downtown Seattle tonight. Here's what we know as of 10 o'clock.
Fair use.
Protests started at about noon today in Seattle, but turned destructive right around 4 p.m. when someone lit a Seattle police cruiser on fire. Since then, we have seen widespread looting and destruction downtown. A curfew took effect. People protesting the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis.
You heard him. People protesting George Floyd in Minneapolis.
At 3 o'clock, a large gathering took place. Thousands of people at Westlake Park in Seattle. Again, that started peacefully, but then about 3:45, pandemonium broke out. The police cruiser set on fire. As many as 8 other police cars set fire, and then police moved in to try to disperse the crowd. You're looking at police pepper spraying people, and there's another one of those burned vehicles right there. Not long after that, people started breaking into a number of stores in downtown.
In and out of the window taking merchandise right now. There's just too much going on. It's just unreal down here. I mean, people
seen as waiting to respond to fight.
People heavily involved when they can shoot these out to try.
So this is what they was doing last year, right? And that wasn't a day of infamy. What was the day of infamy for that? They didn't compare none of that to 9/11. They didn't compare none of that to Pearl Harbor. No, they didn't. All over the death of George Floyd. All of that for George Floyd. And then Chauvin ended up being convicted anyway. And they still wanted to riot. Michigan Capitol was stormed. It happened so much, man. Like, what are people talking about? So let's go back to Uncle Hotep. Let's finish some of his points. I'm sorry. We just had to do that really fast.
What did the NBA do? The NBA put Black Lives Matter on a goddamn logo, on the goddamn court, in the goddamn NBA playoffs.
That's true. That's true. Here we have two different groups, two different ideologies, allegedly. One group, media, corporate, all back them. Another group, media, corporate, turn their backs on them. Why? That's the first question you have to ask yourself. Why? Why are these two groups of Americans, one gripes, more important than the other? You come up with your own hypothesis for that. What I will say is this. It's called astroturfing. This is my opinion on the matter. Astroturfing. Corporate and media were backing that because they needed to remove Donald Trump from office. They needed the entire public to hate Donald Trump and anything associated with him. They're still doing it now. They've got right-wingers doing it. They got conservative people, allegedly some conservative people doing it. They need to tarnish that Trump brand to get him out of that seat. They wanted it to be so bad that you didn't even feel safe wearing a MAGA hat in public. In the very beginning, you could walk anywhere and have a MAGA hat. Halfway through his administration, his time in office, shit, you don't want to be caught in the wrong side of town with that thing on. It was the equivalent to the KKK hood. It still is. That's how effective the propaganda was. That's how effective the corporate media backing was. That you wouldn't even feel safe wearing merchandise from a political candidate. From a political candidate store. This hat turned into a symbol of hatred. That's how effective they are. Meanwhile, and this is where it hurts. This is where it hurts me as someone who is black. A black man. This is where it hurts me. First of all, this movement was built off the backs of black men who perished. Then the movement was built and created to benefit the rainbow and feminism. That rainbow and feminism then turned around and vilified black men. But when George Floyd is dead, they're profiting. You know why? Because really, they hate black men so much that when they die, they're actually celebrating. They're like, we have to profit off this death of this black man. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. BLM is a ruse. BLM is a Trojan horse. It is controlled opposition. Nothing more, nothing less. This is straight from the socialist communist playbook. These people are leeches. They are parasites. They are parasitic in nature. But if you know anything about a parasite needs a host. And they host on minority groups. That's why they chose LGBT. That's why they chose black people. That's why they chose the T people. They are parasites and they need a host. Socialism needs a host. You can't fund socialism without capitalism. It's a parasite. Socialism is a parasite. It needs a host. The man Karl Marx wrote a book. It's called Das Kapital. Money, capital, resources, inevitable, based upon the state of our current ego, based upon the level of our ascension. And it feeds off this host, this parasite, this socialist parasite feeds off the host. And in this case, the host is my people. So people say, why are you so hard? Bro, are you serious? It's love that we do this out of. It's love because I love my people. That I don't want to see them hurt. And I'm watching them get hurt by the ally. It's like you at a party and you see your homie in the cut and some dude got his arm around his back. He think it's his homie, but behind his back, he got a gun. or a knife and it looked like he about to do your homie in, what you gonna do? Just say, hey, I can't get there in time, I ain't gonna say nothing? Or you gonna run on and be like, yo, they trying to shoot you in the back? You might say something, right? You be like, yo, you got a gun, da 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 da, you know? Or you might try to sneak over there and, you know, finesse the situation somehow. If you cared. If you didn't care, you'd turn around and walk away. I care. I'm not gonna turn around and walk away. You have black community has a gun to their back by an ally, the white socialists, the parasite, the communists. That's why all these movements pop up, and they were all communist movements. Face facts. Brandon is going to flip and use all that Black Lives Matter footage for the Crime Bill 2.0 for targeting black people. The community does itself in. Oh, wait till how bad we. Oh my God, it's gonna be terrible. So, let's go back to the Uncle Hotep clip.
Facts.
They made commercials.
They did make commercials.
They made goddamn service announcements.
I seen. I was playing Miles Morales, Spider-Man on PS5, and so I'm running around going to get the extra suits that you get to wear, and there's a Black Lives Matter suit, and the cutscene when you receive said thing pans up, and there's a BLM mural on the wall. Let's begin. Let's go back to the tape.
It was Black Lives Matter everywhere. Every company got in on it.
Yep.
Every company.
Yeah. Big money.
Oh, yo, kiss my ass. Like, what the hell y'all talking about?
And this parasite, when they radicalize people, it's not nice. It's not nice at all. Like, at one point it was like, if you didn't post that black box, I think it was like black out there or something like that, like people would harass you. I know my homie, he had a coffee shop Facebook page up, and he didn't even know what was going on online. And he's like, yo, I just got one of, people are on my Facebook account complaining because I didn't post the black box. What's the black box? I'm like, yeah, I tried to explain it to him. I'm like, yeah, you pretty much racist if you don't post the box to, these individuals that exist online. But that's one thing about them. When they and the thing is, they like to call people extremists, but they're actually extremists. If you know anything about Saul Alinsky, you blame your opponent for that which you were guilty of. So like they calling everybody else extremists, but the people they calling extremists is walking single file. They over here burning down buildings. What's the black lady up out of LA? She done told people make people feel uncomfortable in public. If you see them in the street, run down on them. Old black lady, y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's just hypocrisy, man.
It'd be way different. They would have shot. You know what really says? It really says you shined and scared as shit. Y'all don't got the balls the white man got. The white man said, fuck it, I'm gonna go get me some freedom. We going right up in the goddamn Capitol. You know what you shines did? Oh, I'm gonna get me some drip. I'm gonna go to Target. I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna go to Gucci. I'm gonna do all that. White man said, fuck that goddamn drip. I'm gonna get me some goddamn freedom. That's what the white man said. The price, you heard what Malcolm said. See, y'all like to pick and choose what Malcolm said.
Yeah.
Y'all like to pick and choose. Malcolm said the price for freedom is death.
Yes.
The white man learned that. He knew that for a fact.
Yes.
They knew that. The white man knew that. 1776, motherfucker.
1776, motherfucker. I need that soundbite. Somebody clip that last piece for me. It's just so I can put that in the soundboard. 1776, motherfucker. I need that. You said January 6th is the only white man holiday I celebrate. Oh, you guys are hilarious. All right, let's go. I've got so much shit to show y'all today. I got articles to read. I got fact checkers to fact check. All right, so we went over these. Are we going here next? Hold on, let me pull up my what'd you say? What's up, Kate? Thank you, appreciate you. Kate just sent in a little couple of shekels. All right, this one gets funny. All right, this This one gets a little funny. So let's pull this up on the screen. We already did that. Let's go here. We're gonna fact check the fact checkers now. This is where it gets funny. All right. Oh, come on. All right, here we go. Here we see it says fact check. Claims of FBI role in January 6th Capitol attack are false. Okay. It says here the claim FBI operatives organized the Jan 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. So right here they continue. This is USA Today. It says USA Today, written by Mackenzie Sadeghi, June 25th, 2021. So sometime after the events. Tony Nieve, Hotep Jesus, what you think of that Twitter stuff I sent you regarding Go and Getter? Oh yeah, you found some juicy stuff, man. You found some juicy stuff. I need you to compile it all to like a page, a blog post or something. Noise, didn't Hotep one time said BLM is a movement for man, listen, it is what it is. Okay, so they continue here and they say some baselessly, right? Baselessly, remember he said that, claims the mob of Donald Trump supporters who breached the Capitol barricades. So violent, all they did was breach some barricades. Anyway, fueled upon unproven allegations of voter fraud, was actually a crowd of Antifa members in disguise. Those allegations were wrong. So they say it was actually a crowd of Antifa members in disguise. They said those allegations were wrong. Remember that. It says now claims that undercover FBI agents were behind the Capitol insurrection circulated on social media. So FBI agents is what they say here. Now you got to remember, like, these people are slick with their words, so they're going to be very specific in their speech. So if you're not very specific in your speech, or you're just a little bit off, they can make you look crazy. That's why you have to be right and exact. Some people are just sloppy online and they say the wrong thing, but you got to be right and exact. You got to be precise with your speech, because these people are. And because your speech isn't precise, they're going to use precise speech to just dissect your imprecise speech. The story says there's a strong possibility the federal government had undercover agents or confidential informants embedded within the so-called militia groups that were seeking to obstruct the Senate certification of the 2020 elections, right? So again, here they're talking about Revolver, yes, but there was an Instagram post. Oh, here it is. So the Instagram post right here, let's see, let's hit the, it says evidence surfaces that the FBI planned and executed January 6th Capitol riot. So this is where, is this fake news? This could be fake news, right? Like technically, because the language here is imprecise, it's a media outlet, you know, got to get them clicks, right? So it says evidence surfaces that the FBI planned and executed. So this is, I guess, some website called the Tatum Report. Called Tatum Report, and evidence services FBI planned and executed January 6th Capitol riot. And it's just like, they're not wrong, but it's not precise language either, right? Like Tatum Report is not technically wrong, I would say, but they're not using precise language. And like I said, when you use imprecise language, you're going to use precise language to make your imprecise language look impotent. Especially to everyday average people. Okay, so let's continue. Hold on. Right here. Okay, so here it continues and it says, while authorities are still investigating who organized and led the insurrection, court documents and other available evidence show the rioters are linked to far-right extremist groups, including the Proud Boys. Y'all see that? This is USA Today. It says, including the Proud Boys. Hold on, let me check my mentions for people who shared this so I can retweet you. If you haven't shared this, I can retweet you. I just want to make sure I show y'all love real quick before we continue. Yeah, all right, I see y'all. Retweet. Yeah, I'll show y'all. And then right here, I got my guy hit retweet on you. Appreciate you. Retweet on you. Alright, we good. Appreciate y'all. Alright, so let's go back, right? Again, it says, stop. Little fancy ass websites. So here it says again, far right extremist groups, including the Proud Boys. Remember all this. When I say, I highlight something, remember all this, because it's gonna come. We're gonna come back to that. So it says right here, our rating is false. That's how they rate it. The claim that the FBI orchestrated the January 6th attack on the Capitol is false, based on our research. So they're very precise. That's a precise statement. That's a statement right here that makes it precise. They're not saying it's false completely. They're saying based upon our research, it's false. So they're using precise language. He said there is no evidence that unindicted co-conspirators mentioned in the charging documents are undercover FBI agents. That is very specific language. Very specific. Gotta be careful because they're using precise language. Listen here. There is no evidence, right? So right there you go, what do you mean? I've seen evidence. But then they say that unindicted co-conspirators mentioned in the charging documents are undercover FIBA agents. And they're correct. And they are correct. That is a correct statement because they're using precise language. They didn't mention informants. Let's continue. It says legal experts say undercover operatives and informants cannot be named in government filings as unindicted co-conspirators. So right there, they telling you, yeah, you can name all the operatives and informants you want, but are they unindicted co-conspirators? Because that's what we're writing this article based upon. Now, most people are just going to go, this is why they write this, because it's for the normies that don't read and don't know about precise language. They're going to come and be like, oh, look, it says it's false. Right? And they won't read the precise language of it all. But, fortunately, I learned how to read it at some point in my life. Legal experts say undercover government operatives and informants cannot be named as unindicted co-conspirators. They say the best available evidence identifies the rioters. And again, here, this is called funny language. I guess I can call this funny language, right? Troll language. The best available evidence identifies the rioters as Trump supporters, conspiracy theorists. How do you know? How do you look at footage and go, aha, there's a conspiracy theorist? Like, do they dress different from everybody else? Do they have a uniform? Because Trump supporters, I know, those have a Trump flag or a MAGA hat. So we can identify them. I just want to know, how do you identify the conspiracy theorists? Because it feels to me like you just threw that word in there like fake chefs throw parsley on their food. I'm just like, oh, let's sprinkle some conspiracy theory on that bitch. Like, come on, people. That's imprecise language. See how they like to just use the imprecise language at convenient times when they're like, oh, this is just a joke sentence. And then they say members of far right groups. Okay. All right. So let's fact check the fact checkers. Now I would read this and I would go, all right, based upon information I know, you're right. Right. So let's read this sentence right here. It says, the story says there's a strong possibility the federal government had undercover agents or confidential informants embedded within the so-called militia groups. Now, this statement right here is what we're going to take a look at. Hold on. I hope I didn't miss something. I think I missed something. No, I didn't. All right, perfect. Good. Hold on. I gotta pull the next article up. So, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go right to the fact checkers. This is what we do. We go right to the fact checkers. This is who people wanna believe. This is it right here. Federal agents. This is very specific language. Not federal informant. Not federal operatives, not the secretary at the front desk, federal agents directly incited people on January 6, 2021 and intentionally entrapped American citizens. This is what they're saying Tucker Carlson said. This is what they're saying Tucker Carlson said. It's PolitiFact. They're saying this is false. And I'm not going to refute that. So let's look. It says, if your time is short, they're always going to look for some way to make sure you don't read, right? Make it convenient for you. Convenience killed the human. Convenience killed the human. Remember I said that. When a new species comes along smarter and better than us, they're going to say convenience killed the human. Promise you. There is no credible evidence of this conspiracy theory, and Carlson's piece doesn't present any. I haven't seen the film, so I can't say yay or nay on that. The film points to unverified anecdotal accounts and circumstantial speculation. And that could be right? Like I said, if Tucker didn't use precise language, then maybe. I haven't seen it, so I can't even tell you one way or another. If you watched it, you can tell me. So let's go to the bottom here. That's what everybody's going to do, right? They're going to go straight to the bottom. And it pretty much said the same thing the other article said. There is no evidence that the FBI or any government agency orchestrated or incited the January 6th riot. We rate this statement false, right? And they're correct because this is precise language. There is no evidence that the FBI or any other government agency orchestrated or incited. You don't have that evidence. Now, what you could do, you could rephrase the sentence into precise language in a way that you would agree with it, right? Or a way I would agree with it. And I would say there is some evidence that could cause you to speculate that the FBI or some other government agency may or may not have, but had the opportunity to orchestrate or incite. Now, that would be, precise language. They're using precise language, so PolitiFact is right. However, let's pull this up. Matter of fact, I want to leave that up. Let's pull this up. Boom, boom. What does this say? Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio was an FBI informant. This is from The Guardian. If you're not using left-wing sources, nobody's going to care, so we're using left-wing sources. I'm not using no right-wing sources. I'm using left-wing sources, so nobody can say shit. It say right here, this article is more than 11 months old. Proud Boy leader Enrique Tarrio was an FBI informant. This is what The Guardian said. I'm not saying it. I'm not the one saying it. Guardian said it. Mr. Didi, they don't hate black men. He said they don't hate black men. They love and celebrate their ability to continue to influence 13 of the population with entry-level psyops. Oh my God. So the article continues here. It says Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys extremist group, has a past as an informer and federal and law enforcement agent. Past as an informer for federal and local law enforcement, repeatedly working undercover for investigators after he was arrested in 2012, according to former prosecutor transcript from a 2014 federal court proceeding obtained by Reuters. Continues. It says in the Miami hearing, a federal prosecutor, a FIBA agent, and Tarrio's own lawyer described his undercover work and said he had helped authorities prosecute more than a dozen people in various cases involving drugs, gambling, and human smuggling. Tarrio, in an interview with Reuters on Tuesday, denied working undercover or cooperating in the case against others. I don't know any of this, he said, when asked about the transcript. I don't recall any of this. Washington police arrested Tarrio in early January when he arrived in the city 2 days before the Capitol riot. This is called the extraction. This is where they extract their guy, right? You did your job. Let's get him out of there. He was charged with possessing 2 high-capacity rifle magazines. Damn, they loaded him up. And burning a Black Lives Matter banner during a December demonstration by supporters of Donald Trump. The D.C. Superior Court ordered him to leave the city pending a court date in June. Then he put him back in protective custody. Tarrio did not take part in the Capitol insurrection. At least 5 Proud Boy members have been charged in the riot. FIBA previously said Tarrio's arrest was an effort to preempt the events of January 6th. So, what they'll tell you is, let's go back. Let me pull that article up. I'm gonna show you where they get slick. Let's go right here. It says right here, some baselessly claim the mob of Donald Trump supporters who breached the voter fraud was actually a crowd of Antifa members in disguise. Now claims that undercover FBI agents were behind the are circling social media. And this is what they're talking about right here. See, they try to make you sound crazy, right? Right here, Revolver News said undercover agents or confidential informants embedded within the so-called militia groups. All right? So let's go down. They said, all right, no problem. What groups were these? And right here, you'll say, while authorities are still investigating who organized and led the insurrection, court documents and other available evidence show the rioters are linked to far-right extremist groups, including Proud Boys. But this is the leader. This ain't just like some dude who joined last week, a chapter president. The leader is a FIBA informant. This ain't a dude who just got his Proud Boy shirt yesterday. This is the leader. So PolitiFact says this is false. There's no evidence to support the conspiracy theory. But there is something to speculate, because this is your guy. He did 2 years worth of work. Huh? With y'all. Right here. Court documents describe it as undercover work. Now he pulling the MK Ultra. I don't recall none of this. Now he pulling the MK Ultra. It's right here. But they say you crazy when you say the Proud Boys. Now they say far-right extremist group. The first one they mentioned is Proud Boys. He said, made the soundbite. How do I send? Oh, man. Send it to Hotep Jesus at Gmail. Jonah Ryan, this man carrying magazines, but no time. But Granny's still in solitary. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this is crazy. So they say here, you crazy if you believe that the Proud Boys was, but it just said right here, that's what the Guardian said. The Guardian told me that the leader of the Proud Boys is an FBI woman. That's what it says. I don't know what to believe. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't know what to believe. This is what left-wing media publish. They say one thing, then they say another. Like, what's the truth? What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? PolitiFact told me I was wrong. But it's right here. Again, because they get to use precise language. Let's go to the next claim. What's the next claim they say? And this is where shit gets funny. As if it hasn't gotten funny already. No, I'm sorry. That's on the USA Today article. So, hold on. Right here. So, some basically claim the mob of Donald Trump supporters who breached Capitol barricades, fueled by unproven allegations of voter fraud, was actually a crowd of Antifa members in disguise. So they'll tell you that's a hoax. That's a conspiracy theory. That's what was the name of that group y'all was running around following a couple years ago? Dropping all the Q, some Q shit, QA9 shit. That's what they try to make you believe. Use on some QA9 if you believe this. All right. Let's take a look. Epoch Times. Black Lives Matter activists took part in storming of Capitol. This is what y'all writing. Y'all telling me I'm crazy for assuming this stuff. And I'm telling you, it's terrible because one time they said this is the Proud Boys. But it's the Proud Boys leader. Isn't the informant the leader? So let's look here. They said, oh my God, they're saying that Antifa people were involved. There's no way that was possible. Here he is right here. A Black Lives Matter activist was part of the group that entered the U.S. Capitol on Wednesday. John Earl Sullivan, if that ain't an agent name, if I ever heard one. Sound like he just got out of Langley Academy. Who has advocated for an armed revolution on social media, was arrested in July 2020 for making a threat of violence and criminal mischief. He organized a protest with Black Lives Matter activists and members of the far-right Antifa network. It says right here, he organized a protest with Black Lives Matter activists and members of the far-left Antifa network. Photographs showed Sullivan inside the Capitol in Washington on January 6th. Sullivan has given interviews claiming he took part in the illegal breach of the building. Now, I know they got him on house arrest now. But here again, another paragraph talking about he was there. Okay. Now this is just scratching the surface on Sullivan. Sullivan captured footage. We're going to go to that footage right now. Let's look at this footage. And let's notice something.
According to the Department of Justice, 26-year-old John Sullivan is charged with one count of knowingly entering or remaining. John Sullivan.
You see the eyes, right? You see the eyes? He just got out of Langley Academy. They zapped him with the MIB bleepy shit, and he all fucked up.
Charged with one count of knowingly entering or remaining in any restricted building or grounds without lawful authority.
Let's burn this down. I can't believe.
You heard him? Did you hear him? He said, "Let's burn this shit down." Listen.
Authority.
Let's burn this down. I can't believe this is reality. We accomplished this. I can't believe this is reality.
Remaining in any restricted building or grounds without lawful authority.
Listen.
Let's burn this down. I can't
right
believe.
there.
Let's burn this down. Let's burn this down. Let's burn this down. Let's burn this down.
That's his voice. This is what he's telling other people.
I can't believe this is reality. We accomplished this.
Fair use.
We did this together. Yeah. This is history.
One count of violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds.
This is his footage. And I want you to stick around so you can listen to what this lady says.
This is our house.
And one count of interfering with law enforcement.
Now, this is his view. This is his view. This is John Sullivan's view. And if you notice anything about this view, he is right there. He's at the front. Again, they said Proud Boys. It was the leader. They said, no, Antifa wasn't involved. He's right there. He's right by the popo. That's him right there. This is his view. And again, listen to what the lady says.
Enforcement engaged in the lawful performance of their official duties, incident to and during the commission of civil disorder.
Dude, you're not helping. You're not helping. You're not helping.
Discouraging the police.
You're gonna get me hurt.
So who is John Sullivan?
Listen to what she says.
Well, he claims to be a journalist, but in the video that he recorded, he's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol and discouraging police officers from doing their job.
This guy, Mr. BLM. There's plenty of footage online of him. Plenty of footage. I ain't gonna show it to you all today. We ain't got time for all of that. This is him. Listen to what she said.
Well, he claims to be a journalist, but in the video that he recorded, he's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol and discouraged. He's heard encouraging the mob. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol and discouraging police officers from doing their job. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the January 6th that they want us to believe is equivalent to 9/11 and Pearl Harbor. This is what they believe. This is what they want us to believe. This is gaslighting. That's what this is. They're gaslighting us to believe some shit that didn't actually happen. I just showed it to you. I just showed it to you. They want to scramble and fact check. I just showed y'all. I just showed you the evidence. People that tell me I'm crazy. I'm a crazy black extremist. He's hanging out with white nationalists. No, I just looked it up online. It took me like 10 minutes to find. It actually didn't take me 10 minutes to find. It took me less than that, maybe like a couple of seconds. I just had to find. All I did was type in BLM riot, BLM member riot capital or something like that, and he popped right up. And I looked at his name. I grabbed his name. I popped that into YouTube. Boom, he's right there. His face is right there. Same guy that's trashing shit with Antifa. And y'all telling me this shit ain't AstroTurf. But your guy is right there. You got an FBI, you got a FIBA informant as the leader of the Proud Boys. Then you got your BLM plant right at the front. Talk about burning shit down. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just read shit, yo. I just read shit that's on the internet. Y'all put the shit there. Y'all put it there. They put the information there. They're going to be mad at me talking about Hotep's a crazy conspiracy theorist. I'm not a crazy conspiracy. Y'all put it on the internet. Your writers published it on the site. What do you want me to do? I'm just reading it to people. I'm just showing it to people that you won't show it to. He said John Sullivan's brothers, James, is a Proud Boys. This is what Jonah Ryan's saying. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's wild. You see what's happening here? He said, damn, bro, you good at searching. I'm not even good at searching. I just type stuff in, man, and see what I can find. It. You know what it was? Like I said in the beginning of this video, we already covered this last year. Like we already knew this information. Like, so for me, I just had to recall, what I saw and then bring it back to life. But I remember all of this. This all went down last year, and everybody's like, oh my God, the Capitol and da-da-da. We was like, yo, you talking about the shit with the FBI informants and BLM right at the front telling people burn shit down? Like, his camera right there. Did you say that they wasn't involved? So you tell me he the only one that came from Black Lives Matter? He had a whole group. He's part of a whole entire group, and he took it this alone. Come on, man. Y'all want to compare this to 9/11? And they keep people in a bubble. I'll be honest with you. That's what the problem is. That's why I want you to share this video with your lefty normie cousin or whatever. It's ridiculous. Reading is a threat to our democracy. Joe Musi said, my job out here requiring me to take the test every week because I'm not vacation duck. Man, I'm gonna pray for you, man. Some BS what they doing out here, man. It's a breach of freedom, to be honest with you. It's a real breach of freedom. It's terrible. But this is what they want. They keep the people in a bubble. When you're in that bubble, it's like it's the old boogeyman story, right? You don't want a child to go outside. See, you tell them, hey, if you go outside, like the boogeyman's gonna get you, right? And you always tell stories about this boogeyman. Last time I went outside, the boogeyman, he grabbed my leg, broke it. Just tell these like crazy stories, right? The racist boogeyman outside the house. Then you go outside the house and you find out there's no boogeyman outside the house. There's not enough people ready to get out the house. You got to leave the house. You got to go see for yourself what reality is, because you live in a bubble. You live in an absolute bubble. Now, if you lived in a bubble, you would believe the shit that Kamala's saying, Biden's saying, PolitiFact saying. You would believe all that. Jeff Curtis said, thank you for everything you do, homie. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to homie Jeff Curtis. He's a lifesaver. Yeah, I gotta talk to you about what some of the decisions being made over there in that racing. We gotta talk about that. Hit my phone. Freak Mac He said, and people conveniently forget that Antifa tried to burn down the White House, but that wasn't labeled as insurrection. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, so let's bring that up. This is still funny to me. I got to play this one more time. This is just hilarious to me. It's right here. Cute girl just said it.
The mob to attack the Capitol and discouraging police. He recorded. He's heard encouraging the mob to attack the Capitol.
Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play it. I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can try. I'll try. Let's see. I'll type in Antifa fire White House. Let's see if they have anything here. Oh yeah. Okay. So here. All right. Here we go. So this was at the White House. This was when they did it. It was cool. It was cool when they did it. That's the same fire. Some more fire. Oh, this the church. This the church that they burnt down. Or burnt up or something like that. Look at this. They set a fire inside a building, bro. They set a fire inside of a building. All them people that they call insurrectionists and the riots and all that at the Capitol on the 6th. You ain't seen no fires like this. And they'll tell you this is all for black people, and you know what I mean, and it's mostly white people out here. This is all white people. Look, all white liberals. They go, brother. It's like 4-1, 3-1. Well, this is what they was doing. But that wasn't like 9/11. That wasn't like Pearl Harbor. Obviously not. But that's what they wanted to equate it to. Thank you, Freak Mac, for reminding me about that one. I remembered it. I said it. I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't pull it up. I said I wasn't gonna pull it up. Those are the useful idiot leftists playing their part in liberties. This is what it is. This is what it is. But you know, you got people that come out here and tell you crazy. When you mention, hey, you know about the FBI informant, you know, the BLM was right there, and they were encouraging people. And that's what the article says, right? I believe they used the word incite. Excuse me. Right here. PolitiFact. Right here, they use the word incited right here. There is no evidence that FIBA or any other agency orchestrated or incited the riot. People believe anything, you keep saying it. People will believe anything if you keep saying it. So now everybody's online arguing about the 6th, having a good old time too, right? Like that's the thing today. So that's going to be, you know, like Uncle Hotep said, that's the grift going forward. Every year we got to sit here and talk about the Capitol. The left is doing something that's like really odd. But this is what they've been doing. The guy who shot Ashley Babbitt, like that's their hero now. I guess, you know, I guess that's their response to Rittenhouse. I just don't find those two equivalent, right? Like, maybe this cop was afraid for his life, so he fired. Maybe he was just scared. I'll give him that. Right? Any police officer. I always give a police officer, maybe he was scared, so he fired his pistol. Do I think he should have discharged his weapon? I don't know. I don't know what police protocol is, so I'm not the best person to ask about that. Maybe we need to ask an officer. So it says, this is what a real patriot looks like. So that's their jab back, and that's pretty much what they've been saying all day. Other than, oh, this guy was funny. Look at this. This is
Patriots. Look at this guy. He's got covered in blood. God bless you.
they. I know this guy got a case. The guy with the Viking stuff. Look at these guys. These guys aren't destroying anything, or they didn't even ruffle a paper.
Any chance I could get you guys to leave the Senate wing?
See?
We will. I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the place.
Okay. Just
See, listen to the police officer. He's like, oh, do you guys think
you guys to leave the Senate wing?
that doesn't sound like a guy who feels like his life is in danger, and I had to barricade myself in an office and put file cabinets in front of the door. And this is their security. This is what their security is doing.
Some kind of plastic bullet.
Any chance I could get you guys to leave the Senate wing?
Any chance I can get you guys to lead the Senate wing? This doesn't sound like a guy who fears for his life. Cannon Hotep says, salute, late to the party. Guess I didn't see the protesters being let in by the cops. I didn't even want to show that video because that's just, you know what I mean? We all know about that.
We will. I've been making.
But you're absolutely right, Cannon. You know, it's low. I didn't want to give them the low hanging fruit, man. The left, you know, they can argue that. They can't argue the shit I just showed them.
Sure they ain't disrespecting the place.
Okay. Just want to.
And listen to how he responds to the officer.
Respecting the place.
Okay. Just want to let you guys know this is like the sacredest place.
I know.
This is the sacredest place, and look how events are unfolding. It's harmless.
We will. I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the place.
I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the place. This is what this country folks said. Shout out to this guy.
Okay, just want to let you guys know this is like the sacredest place.
I know.
They want you to believe this was a terrorist event. Ted Cruz wants you to believe this was a terrorist event. That's what he wants you to believe. R.I.P. to Ashley Babbitt. Pelosi. Pelosi defends stock trading by lawmakers and their spouses. We are a free market economy. Oh my God. Oh, she's funny with that stock stuff. That stuff is funny. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Shout out to Kim Klacik. Everybody knows Kim Klacik should be coming on my platform next Friday. That's gonna be a fun conversation. So apparently she's done a video. So I'll probably check that out. She said, who wrote that speech? So there's Kim. Kim's got a video on that. Well, we can take a look at that later. So shout out to Kim. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. See, again, this guy, Pelosi. So, you know, it's just an event for people to argue with each other about, convolute the facts. Look at this guy. Okay, he's definitely looting something. This is not allowed. You're not allowed to steal. Okay, so I'll give him this one. He's not supposed to do that. But, however, if you're going to steal something, this is the type of shit you steal. You could probably hawk this on eBay for a good amount. I mean, you're both going to get arrested in the transaction, but this is the type of shit that's like might be worth something. It's at least a novelty item when people come over if you get away with it. It's like, holy shit, I stole that from the White House, or I stole that from the Capitol. You know, it's just funny. Just a funny piece to have in the home. But this is what the internet's doing. This is what the internet's arguing about. I just came to set the record straight. Sometimes people ask me, hey, Hotep, what do you think about this event? Well, the video exists now. You can find out exactly how I feel about the event. I do not agree with Kamala Harris and her hyperbolic buddies. And I think this event is wholly overblown, and they're just not being truthful about what happened. It's being politicized. I know there were only 7 lives lost in this compared to the $2 grand plus in the other events, but 7 lives lost and not something you politicized. I think it's just tacky. I think it's tacky to disrespect the lives of the 9/11 victims, and the disrespect of these 7 to even compare them to each other. This event was unique. Nobody deserved to die, and it's just tacky. This is our immoral government we're dealing with here. You don't disrespect people's lives like that, man. These were terrible events, and to compare that 7 and then mock it like that, Simply egregious. Simply egregious. He said, I don't feel like that was a regular dude that took the podium. Hey, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. He said trespassing is more serious than peaceful looting. Hey, whoever has the power gets to call the shots. 7 people died in connection. 7 people died just in connection. We went over that earlier. You have to go back to the beginning. But yes, 7 people died in connection. They didn't die that day. One was Ashley Babbitt. She was murdered. We went over this. Rewind the video. Ladies and gentlemen, another broadcast. Make sure you subscribe. I got a wonderful... I'm going to be here live tomorrow. Oops, my bad. I'll be here live tomorrow with Chattington. We're going to cover some court cases surrounding OSHA and their mandates. That's at the Supreme Court, I believe now. So we're going to be live covering that tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in. Get your headphones. I know some of y'all at work. Get your headphones in. Said, where's the drone footage? You ain't getting no drone footage. You get that drone footage same time you get some answers about the Las Vegas event. Tonight, today's Thursday, ain't it? Oh man, Hotep been told you. Hotep been told you coming on tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you guys have never watched that show, you're just missing the best show ever. So I'll be back for that. Tomorrow night, Gothics. I'm bringing Gothics on the channel. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be a dope conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. So subscribe to get more great content. I'm out of here, man. Hotep and Bill.